The Quest for Accuracy Part 2. I know I told you in Part 1 that I was going to break down and explain to you what the two most important fundamentals that you need, and this involves in the world of concealed carry, in the realm of self-defense, the two most important factors. I'm going to explain them to you. You know, now that the Lord has turned the faucet off on the rain around here for a second, I'm going to get out here and show you exactly what I'm talking about coming up. Does that do it, man? Now we got a break here. Hell, it did sprinkle for a hot second though, but anyway, hey guys, this is Bishop here for Tactical POV, and you know my motto always, or I should say my tag, I say it at the end of every video. I think I'm gonna start saying it at the beginning, is that being armed is mindset, not just a physical condition. We're here, I teach law-abiding citizens how to defend themselves in a very simple, practical way. So with this, this is part 2, the quest for accuracy. You saw part 1, I've showed you 5 fundamentals that you need in order to be accurate. Those fundamentals don't change, they're basic. They've been that way forever, okay? But I also broke in the video and told you that there are 2 important fundamentals out of the 5 that mainly need to be focused on in the realm of self-defense involving concealed carry, and those 2 is hold and trigger control. So some would say aiming. Well, in practical terms, in more of a reality setting, as far as defending yourself with concealed carry, aiming, I'm going to tell you right now, all right, if you ever had to defend yourself at an imminent moment, at that imminent moment, you are not going to see the front sights. Okay, you're not going to see them. You're not going to see the sights at all, matter of fact, because you're not going to be focused on that. When you have a threat that's opposing you, the most thing you're going to be, it's hard to get away from that threat and have tunnel vision. So if you have tunnel vision on that threat and trying to see those front sights when you line up and when you present that weapon, I promise you, you're not going to see those sights, because your eyes are not going to be able to focus from this point, from an outreach gun stretched out in presentation to a threat that's in front of you. Your eyes are not going to focus on this. It's not going to see that. It's only going to see that threat. So as I said, the 2 main importance is holding that gun still as much as you can, rock solid, and then trigger control is a nice press straight back, and that all comes to a lot of mind and muscle memory. So if you do it over and over and over, it automatically just becomes natural. So those are the 2 important things. So I'm going to break this down between marksmanship accuracy and then combat accuracy, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. All right, so give me a sec here, let me finish setting this up and I'll show you. All right, the first part we're going to get to is marksmanship accuracy with the 5 fundamentals. So with this one here, I'm just going to be solid hold and trigger control and just manipulate that trigger with a steady pull. So this is the difference between the 2 would be, it's basically a static shoot, like a static position. I'm static, the target is static. That means neither one of us is moving. So there's no variable in there that would affect accuracy in here. So these shots will be dead on, right on point with all 5 fundamentals, me being static, that static, and you'll see the difference on here. So when it comes to concealed carry, it's a little different. Marksmanship is 1. So I'm gonna give you the first shot as we load. And I present this out, bring this out, 5 fundamentals apply, and I'm gonna go right there, center mass. Center mass at 15 feet, kind of semi-repetition, rapid fire, just a touch, you know, there's really not a whole lot of focus on that, quick focus on all the 5 fundamentals. So that's marksmanship accuracy as you can see it on the other shot, on the screenshot that I'm putting in here for the picture-in-picture view. So now I'm going to change the variable a little bit, and now it's going to go to where I'm moving. I'm not going to be static, but the target is going to be static. So if I step to the right or to the left, now there's other things that come into play. Now those 5 fundamentals really aren't going to be a factor once something is moving. It's going to come down, definitely down to hold control and trigger control. So then the pattern won't be so tight Even if this one here, like I said, this isn't marksmanship focused on those shots that you just see right there, on those 6 that I just dropped. Those are just 15 feet away, quick, boom, right there, static. I'm gonna move, now those shots will change, but you still want them focused in center mass and high center mass. So, on the draw, if I move left, either sidestep, either on the draw. 2 shots right there. Clear, watch, assess. Okay, back. Same deal now. Now if I move right, so boom. Goes stray. There's one stray right there. Right up top there to the top left. That's shooting before I was ready. But I'm trying to simulate speed a little bit under a live situation that could possibly happen. So I'm going to simulate this again, to give it somewhat some speed of reality, just to a degree so far. So another stray right there. Okay, now understand, you got to remember those strays that miss, those got lawyers attached to them. I know this, we all know this. This is firing cold, completely cold. Okay, I haven't practiced, didn't warm up at all. Matter of fact, I haven't shot in over a couple weeks actually. I've been very busy. Since the last video was the last time I shot. So with that being said, that's the difference between marksmanship and then combat accuracy. So holding that gun still as much as possible, manipulating that trigger, and I'll do it again. I'm gonna run another shot and do it again. Man, this wind is starting to pick up. It's like, I remember my very first video. You guys haven't seen that first video yet. You can check it out here in the card up here. Posted up there, and you'll see the first product review I did on a crossbreed appendix holster. And this wind is almost blowing like that. I think that was a bad time to film it though. Fall and leaves are brown and rustled, so it was crazy. But anyway, here's the second run through this now. I'm gonna slow this down. All right, so you guys can sit here and you can see from movement, me not being static, and I'm on the move, and I'm going to hold and trigger control on these for a double tap and try to keep it right there in that kill zone area here. Now I'm standing back about 15 feet or so, but yeah, actually I think I'm a little over 15 feet. So as you can see in this realm here, like I said, this is all under hold trigger control. This is under kind of a realistic simulated type of defense or self-defense in this move. So as I get loaded up here, so on a draw, so if I move left or right, it doesn't matter. It's just like I said, just to hold and trigger control. So it's nice, slow, push, manipulate that trigger, hold, back. So I'm moving next again right, so it's nice and easy. Alright, and then it'll pick up the speed just a little bit more. So if I go back left, so if it's a draw, then it's boom. Woo! It's hot brass. There we go. And then move back right. Hold, and trigger control. Manipulate that trigger, nice steady press. But the key factor, the two, is hold, trigger control. Always on that trigger press, it's got to be straight line. The hold, honestly, is the most important of the two. You need that trigger control, accuracy, manipulate it, because it's got to come back straight. If you push, pull, drop, everything else, that'll affect it also. But at 15 feet, the key is holding that gun solid, rock solid as much as possible. So as you can see, I can still keep it within the target, but keeping it in the center and the effective areas where you can see, that's where you want it. Now, just like as I said, this is just me moving, target is static. There's variables that's all in because it's different. When that target's moving and you're moving, accuracy is still, it gets even broader. It stretches out even more, so it makes it even harder, okay? But as we do, we train and we practice. This is, if you can do this, if you got the space to do this, practice this at home, try it, slow it down. I'll do another video here practicing this under par times. So you can see it under a shot timer, and it's just a practice drill for functionality of all 5 points of draw, bringing it out, present, press, everything else, and then you just slowly do it. These are the things that I actually do at my place, in my home. So I do this in my free time, sitting down, watching TV or whatever I'm doing. You know, I have a dry fire pistol that I practice with. You can do the same thing and dry fire with your own. So try this out. If you like this, guys, if you like my video, appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've got more series coming here, and I promise you I will get back to appendix versus strong side carry part 2. I think it's been 3 years, since I did the first one. I appreciate you guys watching that video, because that video was something I added to it. It wasn't even planned part of it, and I had it with my cousin. He happened to be here, so I added it in with him. But I promise you I'm going to get back to part 2, and I got a couple more parts because there's some variables in there. I'm just well, I can't get my cameraman, you know, to help me out here because he's busy working. You know, it's my son back here holding my camera for me. This is rare I could catch him actually on a day off. I'm not either being in school or working. So yeah, I'm thankful finally somebody, at least for one video, can finally, you know, hold my camera for me. Appreciate it. So anyway, say hi, Michael.
Hi. We're doing good out here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate you watching my video. I love doing this stuff, man. I swear I have a lot of fun. So anyway, remember what I say here, Tactical POV. Always, being armed is a mindset, not just a physical condition.
So tell us about your process of reloading.
You filming this?
Yeah, tell us about the process of
the process. Is basically, you know what, a lot of people have issues. First-time shooters have issues of getting used to pushing bullets down into the magazine, either single stack or double stack. So it just takes practice. You've been trying to do it for so long, for so many years, you don't even look at it. You just do it. You know what it feels like in your hand. You sit down and push it in here. It's funny because I watch my students sitting there and they I did it too when I first loaded a magazine for a semi-auto. And God, that was so many years ago. That was so many years ago. It was way back. I did the same thing because you just don't understand that push and that balance. You're centering that bullet on top and press it down and push it down in the mag. So big secret though, honestly. If you give it a little head start with a slight push of the thumb and start that one in, and then drop the back part, the case head right here, you get it close to that lip to where it catches the groove inside the top of the magazine right here. If you get it started with the push of this one, press it down, you can slip it right under there. This is the quickest way to do it. I see people when they'll sit here try to, I catch women do this a lot. It's nothing against women, you know. They have to learn just like everybody else. I'll try to push it like this with this finger and push it down in there like that. I said, really? You got more thumb pressure. And I teach them how to flip it over and you get more pressure with the thumb and push it in with the thumbs. This also means, where is it? Yeah. Invest in a speed loader. Get a speed loader. You're going to shoot over 200 rounds when you practice. Invest in a speed loader. So save your thumbs. Believe me. Today I'm just loading it. I'm thumb loading it here because of this video. So, but normally when I'm out practicing, I'm gonna shoot off easily 200 rounds. Easily that 200, 300, 4. So yeah, believe me, I'm not gonna hand load 400 rounds pushing with these thumbs. It's not gonna happen.